King Harris,
Mm-hmm.
who stands on business.
I don't know how you stand on business you did with your daddy.
Right. In a, wasn't they like in a private booth at a football game or something?
How you stand on business you ain't even stand on your own 2 feet?
Yeah.
Like you famous because we know your daddy.
Right.
Like if King Harris, if he had roaches, he was on a reality show for years. So those roaches were actors. Stop it.
They're paid roaches.
They're union.
Union roaches.
I just don't understand. The thing that insulted me that much is that I know Tiny and I know T.I, and they work very hard for their families.
Yeah.
And the fact that the one thing that is a punt to the gut of mothers and fathers who work hard for their family members is when a child doesn't appreciate or denigrates what they did. Like when I grew up, we didn't have a lot, but we wasn't dirty and we wasn't hungry. But if you said we were dirty and hungry, that insulted my mother and my father.
Yeah, I mean, look, the fact that you come from a 2-parent home where your dad is a rap star and your mom is an R&B star, like we all wish we had this growing up, right? I mean,
unless it was Bobby and Whitney, like that was that.
Yeah, okay, you're right. You're right. That's but T.I and Tiny are not drug addicts.
No,
and they're not, like falling out. Like Tiny has all her teeth still and everything else like that. Unlike Whitney at the time that she passed away, unfortunately, it just is what it is. Half her teeth were missing from the drugs. We just got to call it for what it is. But you have this set of parents that push family, that actually puts you in a position.
What was the name of the reality show? Family, what was it?
T.I and Tiny show?
No, it's called, what was it called?
The Family Hustle.
That's what I'm saying.
The family hustle.
That's what I'm saying.
The family's hustling. You
Together.
got a cool dad and a cool mom. I've interviewed T.I a little bit, but I've really had to sit down with Tiny, and she is such a nice lady.
She is.
She is so sweet. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, I see why T.I stayed with you all these years, because you're just such a cool person, right? And you're sitting there in a box booth that you cannot afford on your own with your family, and you start talking about how you want to be from the hood. I can go to any hood. I stand on business. No, you can't.
You can't at all.
No, you'll get kidnapped.
No, nobody at a certain level.
T.I can't go to every hood.
No, a prophet has no honor among his own. What makes me very sad is that some kind of way that the circumstances we came out of are so romantic and so romanticized that they believe it's Narnia or the place to be.
Yeah.
And because they'll never have, I think that we have done our children a disservice because artistically a rose can grow through concrete. It doesn't. It shouldn't. You can wear tight shoes so you feel good when you take them off. But even I forget the football player who started talking about his football player.
Oh yeah,
Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin, yeah.
I came out of the mud. If you came out of the mud, you went to a mud room, washed that shit off, and got some new clothes.
Yeah. He said his son has grown up in gated communities. He's not a gangster rapper.
The only gates people know that grew up in those circumstances close behind you with a guard. And I ain't talking about the one to keep people out. It's the one to keep you in. So these people that have these notions and these romantic notions about these things they'll never know and their parents worked hard for them never know. It's more insulting to me than anything. I get that it's everybody wants to know where their parents come from. Everybody want to know where they come from.
Yeah.
But to romanticize about it as if it is some great, everywhere black people live in this country generally, until recently, and it's a recent phenomenon, they had to live because people told them where to live. T.I. didn't grow up where he wanted to grow up. I didn't grow up where I wanted to grow up. I grew up where they told me and made me live. I couldn't get houses anywhere else. They wouldn't approve loans anywhere else. Everything was away from me. So I lived where we had to live because you were separated. People made sure that black people lived this place and you can only go here and do these things. So when I hear people romanticize about it, You are really championing the cause of people telling you where the fuck you can live, which is no different than prison.